We're with A&M-Commerce head softball coach Richie Bruister as the Lions prepare for their second week of action. Coach, it was an excellent start to the season for your team. You went down to Conroe with a loaded field. Competitors came out with a 5-1 record. Talk about your initial impressions on that first week of action.
Well, I was proud. We kind of had a slow start going there against St. Mary's, and Bree Sims had a big hit for us, put us ahead in the seventh inning. And Otto picked up where she left off last year, pitching great, and so it was wonderful to see us, handle our stay composed with the offense and defense and a tight ball game. So that was good. And then we got the bats rolling later on, scored some big runs, and unfortunately didn't finish the way we did, but still a good weekend.
All right, and you talked about it, some great individual performances down there, starting with Bree Sims. She was named Lone Star Conference Hitter of the Week this week after a great performance. She had 2 game-winning hits for you guys in those first 2 games. Leads the league in home runs and RBIs right now. Talk about the way she played this last week.
Yeah, very proud of what she did. Had some big-time hits for us in several games, and she's had a really good fall. Came back ready to go, and that showed the first weekend. And so good things she did because she had some clutch times there against some really good teams, and so very proud of what she performed for us offensively.
And another great performer on the offensive end, Kimber Neal, was really good last week. She got on base pretty much at will, over 650 on base percentage, seven walks, 6 RBIs, a bunch of hits, hitting .533. Talk about the way she played.
They're very proud of her. Had an injury coming off of last season and basically rehabbed all fall, but she was determined she was going to be in that starting lineup first game, and she was. We started in a 9-hole, and we had to move her up to the top of the lineup because she was doing great, clutch hits, and just looking good up there. A lot of confidence up there, so we needed to get her as many bats as we could, and she continued to perform even when moving to the top of the lineup. So very proud of her play.
All right, and then you talked about her, Emily Otto, 3 wins in the circle, 17-1 strikeout to walk ratio with 2 complete games. Also, another NFCA top performer this week. Talk about how she pitched in the circle.
Well, she was great. If you ask me, and I know Coach Nutt has to slow me down, so I'd pitch Otto every single game, but obviously can't do that. And but when she does go, she's fantastic, and she's got ice water running through her veins. She's just great out there. It's very exciting when she's on the mound because she's going to give your team a chance to win. She's going to keep you in the ball game with our offense and what the defense has been playing behind her. We've got a chance to win every single ball game when she's out there.
All right, and we saw some newcomers at their first week of action. Kinsley Noriega had some good playing time behind the plate. We saw Alexis Velasquez come in with a really good 5 2/3 inning against Colorado Mines, if I'm remembering right. And then Madison Schaefer looked good out there in right field, had her first collegiate home run. Talk about some of the things you saw from those new players.
Well, that's what we talked about going in. Good teams, they don't rebuild, they reload. And in saying that, you got to have confidence in those new players. And Kinsley was fantastic behind the plate, caught all 6 games for us, throwing out base runners, blocking. She just did wonderful behind the plate. Velasquez came in. Trying to get Otto a little bit of rest and came in after Dean against Mines and threw great. I think 5 2/3 innings and looked awesome. So that was her first performance as a collegiate pitcher, and she looked like a veteran out there. And so I was very proud of her performance, and we certainly needed it at that time. And then Madison Schaefer had really just one practice out in the outfield, and that was down there in batting practice. Put her out in right field because she's been swinging the bat really well in practice, and she needed an opportunity somewhere in that lineup. And that's where we're able to find her in right field because Kimber Neal's been playing great at third, so you can't take her off third base. So where does Madison go? Went out there and was fantastic defensively, had a big home run for us, and so very proud of all 3 of those and how they played for us first weekend.
All right, Coach, and now we're going to do it again. 5 games in 3 days starting Friday against New Mexico Highlands. You had a great first week. What are you hoping to build upon in this second week?
Well, we've got some things we've got to work on. That last game showed some stuff that we'll get to practice and work on. And you've got to continue to get better. Can't be satisfied with 5-1, even though it was a good weekend, but you got to continue to get better. We've got to hit the ball better. We can pitch it better. We can play defense better. So all facets of the game we can get better at, and that's what we're looking forward to this weekend.
All right, Coach, we're looking forward to some great action this week as the Lions head down to St. Mary's in San Antonio for 5 games in 3 days. They start off on Friday at 12:15 against New Mexico Highlands. You can find links to live stats on LionAthletics.com, and you can also get up-to-the-minute updates on the Lion softball Twitter page. Coach, best of luck this week.
Thank you, Marcus.